how's it going? Out yard sailing today. And of all things, I asked them if they had any, watches, toys, video games, and she said, "Oh yeah, there's some underneath the table." I would have never looked for anything like that in this container, but have a Super Nintendo plus games all in here for $10. So I'll go do an unboxing video, but it looks like there's quite a few games in there. So yeah, so we'll see what I can find, but for $10, can't beat that. How's it going? Back again. Went out to garage sales today. I only hit probably 15 or so and found stuff at 2. And unfortunately, sometimes it pays to go early and sometimes it does not. I ran into a guy who kind of buys the same stuff I do. He mostly focuses on gold and watches, and he asked me if I went through this edition. And I said, yeah, I went through there about 15 minutes before it's supposed to open. They're going to open at 8, and I drove through there at like 7:45, and nobody was open, so I just skipped it and went to another edition. And he told me he found an Omega watch, and he paid $1 for it. So he said he went there a little after 8, and so I guess the early bird did not get the worm that time. So I'll do a little wristwatch check, and I'm wearing that Omega Seamaster I got earlier this summer, and I did clamp the crystal a little bit. It has a little scratch right there, but about 90% of the scratches are removed from it. So wearing the Omega. I almost got another Omega today, but that's just how it goes. So I showed in the little previous clip this right here. I have not went through it yet. The story was with this is I went to into the garage and didn't see much. It was a lady, and it was pretty much all lady type stuff. She looked like she was in her 50s or 60s. And of course I asked her if she had any old toys, watches, jewelry, video games, and she said yeah. Her friend brought over some Nintendo type games, and they were under a table. Well, there was something stacked on top of this, so I didn't see the Nintendo. I just saw the kitty litter, so I had no idea there was Nintendo stuff in there. And I saw it was $10. I opened the lid real quick. I saw it was in there. I said, I'll give you $10, no question. So gave her $10 for this. Like I said, I have no idea what's in here, so it's going to be like a live unboxing right now. So have a super controller. I gotta stay open. Have a Super Nintendo controller. It's like a PlayStation 1 controller. It's like there's some manuals in there. It's like that's the power or AV cable for the Super Nintendo. Have a manual for it. Another super controller. Another controller. Looks like the power cable. Looks like there's some Nintendo games in here also. So there's Miss Pac-Man, Super Mario World, Arcade Greatest Hits, Killer Instinct, and a Zelda Link to the Past. Looks like there's a bunch of manuals in here. Gauntlet 2, Solstice. Can't even read that. It's to Nintendo. Tetris. Pool of Radiance, and a, looks like there's a map. Some more manuals, Donkey Kong Country, Krusty's Super Fun House, and another Super Nintendo Itchy Scratchy game. I don't think all these games are in here. Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World. Looks like there are a bunch of games in here. So Krusty's Super Fun House is in there. Itchy Scratchy game, that's in there. Maybe they are in here. I've never heard of this game before. That might be a good one, I have no idea. So I have Willow, I just got that the other day. Gauntlet 2 and Solstice. Oh wow, this is a good game. Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. I got this game a few years ago and I thought it was worth $50–$60. I'm not sure the value currently, but that's going to be a very good game right there. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2. Yeah, this is a great score for $10. Wow. Pool of Radiance and Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2. Ultima Quest for Avatar, Tetris, and kind of hard to do this with one hand. And Xenoverse. Dragon Warrior, too bad it's not number 4. Since a couple weeks ago I got Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3. And Thundercade. Looks like that does have the manual. And Donkey Kong Country 3 with a system. So yeah, what a great find for $10. Wow, I didn't realize all that stuff was in there. So again, guys, remember to ask for certain things because you never know, they might have it. Like I said, it was just a lady in her late 50s, 60s, and she just had like lady type stuff, and if I didn't ask, I would not have come across that. So, and then end up picking this stuff up. These people I know, I've seen, they go to auctions and they also buy storage units, and whenever their housing edition has a association garage sale, they always have a bunch of stuff. They have, their yard is full of tables, and I'm not sure if they sell on eBay or how they unload most of their stuff. I don't know if it's a flea market, but their prices are really cheap most of the time. So I usually find some pretty cool stuff when I go there. But I ended up paying $5 for this. This is an artillery shell, World War II era. And then what was interesting is it's engraved. General Robert Tyndall and Mayor of Indianapolis, 1943. So that's like a piece of folk art. Pretty interesting piece. Again, only $5, World War II era. And then have some, these are toy holsters for a cap gun. And based on the Longhorn, I'm guessing these are probably made by Hubley. And these were only $2. Generally, these holsters sell for around 20 to, just depends on which model they're made for, which model of cap gun. But minimum $20 for something like this. And depending on which cap gun model they go to, it could be $100. But I'd safe bet probably 20 bucks for those. And there's another artillery type shell, and this is only $3. And I'm guessing this is also probably World War II era. And AP, I'm not sure what these lot 13. Not sure if that's the shell size, but cool. Just as a paperweight or a display piece on a shelf. Again, only $3 for that. So yeah, I saw those right off the bat, and I grabbed those real quick. Really cool pieces there. And then for only $3, they had this old camera. I have no idea the value. Sorry about that. I just saw it was a old box camera, and I looked, and it's made in Germany. So I've sold a number of cameras like this in the past. It's not a Zeiss, which those cameras bring hundreds of dollars. But it looks like to be a Blitz 1. I'd still say this camera is probably worth at least $30, 30 to 50, I'm guessing. So for that whole group, the shells, the camera, and a cap gun, I think it costs $13. So great score there. But you have to look up some of these video games. It's actually way better than I thought it was going to be. So again, thank you guys for watching my videos, and see you next time. Take care.